Now, today we're going to talk about how teachers use logic. But first, what is logic? Logic is the study of arguments and reasoning conducted or assessed according to principles of validity. Now, when engaging in a logical argument, you use different validity points and other rules when engaging to define whether or not it's a valid or non-valid argument. Now, this brings up the question, how do teachers use valid arguments or logical reasoning behind when they're teaching? Now, when a teacher is teaching a lesson, they have to think, well, if I teach it this way, will all the students understand? But whether or not she has to work one-on-one or she can teach it to a whole class. Now, when the teacher is up at the board teaching, she has to keep in mind that each student learns differently. So she has to be able to logically understand that if she teaches it this way, that only half the class will understand, but she has to get the point across so that each student understands. Now, the way each teacher gets their classes ready, they have to logically plan out each and how they're going to do each day in and day out, and how each student will be able to learn in certain ways.
Another example of how teachers can use logic in their job is when they plan a schedule for a semester. Teachers in grade school have a 5-day schedule within which they have an hour of each day, and this day is shared among 5 other classes. They have other classes throughout the day as well. These teachers have a required amount of material and only so much time to actually teach it. This results in some material being weighed more importantly, and thus is covered more. With standard testing such as MCAS requiring specific things to be taught and learned, a school teacher's schedule may be more rigid. Professors have to schedule a bit differently though. While they still work on a 5-day schedule, they often have a different amount of hours per class, and on different days as well. Some classes follow a once-a-week schedule, some are Tuesday, Thursday, and others are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And not all are an hour per day. The average class will range from 1 to 3 hours. The professor has much more material to cover, and less time, which affects how quickly or in depth a professor has to go into a topic. With each semester being 15 weeks, professors have a bit more to juggle, especially if they have a second job or teach elsewhere. But a great tool for educators is definitely logic games. Logic games test the ability to think strategically, make spatial relations, and to visually discriminate, all while playing a game. One such game is Animal Logic. It involves animal tokens of various colors and various animals, placed on a board and made to cross a stream. But to do so, they have to either be the same animal or the same color. So if you were to move a red hippo, you'd have to either move another hippo or move another red token. And playing a game like this definitely helps with visual discrimination and thinking ahead, because if you move a certain piece, then you can't move another piece. So you have to move a piece of that same color, and you might get trapped because you can't move another piece. So in conclusion, logic games, scheduling semesters, or just helping students in these everyday situations